big voice. KWTN 100.9 FM. Nebraska. The official radio station of the Winnebago tribe.
KWTN 100.9 FM. Welcome everybody to a beautiful Tuesday, September 16th, right here. We are live at KWTN Studios in Winnebago, Nebraska. DJ Guaranteed joined in the studio with none other than
DJ Bethani.
DJ Bethani, you're kind of a little behind the screen
yeah.
here. I wonder if we can
Not bad.
kind of have to peek up over there and stuff. But
That was by design. No.
Hey, we have a whole plethora of things to get through, so we're going to get right into it. Appreciate everybody coming on. That if you have an opportunity, share this good stream with the good folks, because you're going to learn about what Winnebago talks about, some of the events, some of the things we're going to recap, and then also here today we always have the joke of the day, the rant of the day, and the answer is man. So how you feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling good, and I would like to start out by saying happy birthday to DJ Guaranteed. It's his birthday today.
All right. Well, yes. Let's get the 44th
I thought
started.
that the crew would come like running in and everybody start singing happy birthday. Confetti was everywhere. No. But getting spoiled already on this beautiful morning. So
Yeah, man, we got some gifts and everything too. So I appreciate everybody that did the shout outs. And yeah, I think All Requests Live, I'm just going to take over All Requests Live and do all my birthday requests. No, I'm just kidding. But nonetheless here, we want to talk about the harvest celebration. We also want to make mention that, man, there is a lot of events taking place. You know, YCIC is going to have a movie night. We have football coming to town. We have volleyball. Man, what else do we have? We have the harvest celebration. Yeah, we're going to talk about that one too.
yes.
And then, I think EP, Education to Pathways to Student Success,
Yes.
is having something
got it.
for the high school seniors and their parents tomorrow night. We have tomorrow is going to be a whole plethora. The water quality forum. It's tonight.
It is.
Man, are you
On the
ready?
grab. I believe I am. We've been gearing up, getting ready for this, and of course we want to encourage those that are able to come in person, but there will be a virtual option as well for those that are
Right.
unable to.
For sure. Okay, so with that being said, let's have our first guest come on up here. This is going to be Maisol and the crew. Come on over, Maisol. And she is with the Ho Chunk Renaissance program. Appreciate you taking some time out, but we have some details regarding the harvest celebration that we want to get into. So go ahead and give us your welcome and introduction.
Hina Hinikadagi, Maikade Rajada, Maiso Urka, Higaidena, Ho-Chunk Rajada, Nishui, Hingaidena. Maiso Earth Carnes, I'm the Community Outreach Coordinator at Ho-Chunk Renaissance.
All righty. So before we get into the harvest celebration,
Yeah.
me and Bethani here, DJ Bethani, have been challenging each other to try to learn some words and stuff, you know. And we're, you know, it's something that we want to take seriously at the same time, but we're having fun with it.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of the way that we learn, but at the same time we're trying to challenge ourselves so that we get a bank of words, you know. So we learned Tuesday, the word for Tuesday is
Well, I can say it's Tuesday. I don't want to.
Okay.
So Hump Hinu Bahaje
yeah. And then we also learned jagu
is
means what?
Yep.
And then jagu hishe. Did I say that right?
What did you
Hishke.
say?
Yeah.
Hishke. Hishke.
Hishke, yeah.
Hishke.
Means what did you hear?
What did you say?
Oh, what did you say? Okay. And then what did you see is jagu hashta.
Yes.
Yeah, is a little bit something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know that we're challenging ourselves, and then two, if we're saying it wrong or anything like that. But there's another one that I learned the other day too. It was honk John P. Honk John P. And that's good evening.
Honk Jonapi.
Hoch Jana
Yeah,
P.
Hoch Janapi.
Oh, ho, John.
Yeah. Sorry. So we got to kind of keep it rolling and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then Hall Happy.
Good night. Yeah.
Good night and stuff. So that's as far as we got. So
That's good.
Yeah. And then I know like a couple other ones, Salt and Pepper, Good Morning, Heine P.
Hi Zo, take care.
Take care. Yes. And then let's see here. I'm trying to challenge. We'll probably won't get into all of them, but that's
You probably know a little more than me.
yeah.
Just by remembering.
If you have a word that you could teach us, something that really
a
sticks out.
phrase
Okay.
that I've been trying to say is Kewajani.
Kewajani.
You're welcome.
Kewajani.
So like if someone says something, then you can say you're welcome. Kewajani.
Kewajani.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes.
That is awesome. Thank you for that. Yeah. All right. So we'll write that down.
Kewajani.
Yeah, we're gonna write that down. And again, like you guys put into the Winnebago in the news, some of the phrases. You guys used to do the crossword puzzles. There was a lot of information, but we're gonna talk about the harvest celebration.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. When is it?
It is this Friday. It'll be at the Whirling Thunder Gym. And registration starts at 5 and it will end right at 7. So, and then I don't know what else. We're going to have a potato dance. There's junior and senior Miss Harvest specials. And then actually the potato dance is sponsored by the head woman.
Oh, cool.
So,
I think we know her.
Yes.
But give us the head staff. Who's all?
So the MC will be Craig Cleveland Jr., Tunny,
Yeah.
Arena
and
director.
He's also working with Ho Chunk Renaissance,
Yeah.
and he could teach us some words too.
Yes,
and
he could teach you a lot more.
what he's younger than me, but I am very proud of that guy. He's of the Buffalo clan. I know he helps out with those language episodes, and you guys do a wonderful job of that. And so I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to his stories, and then also Master of Ceremonies. He gets his direction from the arena director. Who's our arena director?
BJ Wolfleader.
Oh, cool. The previous. He was the Winnebago Indian News office.
Shouts to BJ.
Yeah, he's a culture, I believe, coordinator down at the Winnebago Public School. So,
Oh, cool.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Keep going.
And then the head woman's Christina Parker. Headman's Lloyd Hamilton. Our host drum is New Breed. Junior Miss Harvest is Willow Smith. And senior Miss Harvest is Cam Rose.
Wow, good lineup.
Or Cam Brave, not Rose.
Bringing out the all-stars for the evening and stuff. But harvest celebration. Now, is there going to be like a opportunity to taste what we harvest? Is there going to be a meal, I should say?
There's going to be 2 soups. I have squash. I'm hoping they use it. But yeah,
Oh,
that's the only thing I know that we grew, unless someone else donates their food.
And does it cost? Does it cost for a plate or
No,
a bowl of soup?
everything's free. We'll have 2 bowls of soup. I haven't gotten definitive answer if it's a fluff or a cake, and then fry bread.
Yeah, soup and fry bread.
Yeah.
Soup and bread, basically. Taking it back a little bit and stuff. That's when you ask people to gather, that was kind of some of our teachings and stuff, is make sure they're well fed. And there's a whole story behind that and stuff. I'm sure you guys could talk about that, and that story will be relayed at the harvest celebration. But it's an important time
Yes.
for our people because we have an opportunity to do the green corn dance.
Yes.
And that's going to be one of the highlights and stuff. And me and my brother, shout out to my brother Blue, he said, bring your camera and let's find out more information about this green corn. And we got to interview some of the elders, and that was very, very inspiring to me because I learned more about that green corn. Now you go back when there wasn't cell phones, there wasn't a lot of things to do. The green corn, to my understanding, a couple things. They used to do it for days.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like, I know we have our snake dance, we have our social dances, we have our contest dancing and everything. But basically it was just you and a partner, and the singers would learn all these songs, and every song had a meaning. Like I remember, thanking the creator, Mauna, for the harvest. They even had a song about the grasshopper and how it all works together. You know what I mean? It's like,
Oh,
yeah. And so the green corn dance itself is very important, and it's a settled dance. And I remember one of the elders, I want to believe it was your elder, Maney.
Ilona.
Yeah, she mentioned that a lot of times she's seeing these young people. They're going way wide, but it represents the rows of corn. So you try not to get too wild with it and stuff. You try to stay with you and your partner and just go around in a subtle manner. Listen to the songs and enjoy the social dancing. Now, if you can imagine, like, we used to go for days on this. And then another story that we found out is that Nebraska was in a drought. And the non-native farmers, the white farmers, came to the tribe and said, hey, could you, do something, because we're in this drought. It's something, and they did the green corn, and sure enough, the creator must have heard the song or something, and it rained. And as you know, kind of important too is water is life and stuff, and the water quality forum is going to be taking place this evening too. So a couple things work hand in hand, but I just wanted to make a mention of that. I think that was pretty
neat.
Yeah, that very good stuff that is taking place by Ho Chunk Renaissance. And so thank you for those details. Question for you. How did language baseball go? I was there, but go ahead.
I thought it went really well. We had 3 teams. One of the teams who actually won, they just signed up, and it was really impressive to see that they knew a lot of the words. So
yeah,
I enjoyed watching them.
It was really cool. I got to play some music as they kind of walked up, and
Yeah.
it was that whole vibe. But I know there's a certain element as far as the competition and everything, but
Yeah.
man, it was really cool. The coolest part about it, I think, was that the young ones, they had a good chance, and you have an opportunity to do a huddle. So it's not like we're sending them out there, and then another thing too, when it comes to sports, is that we're not making fun of them. If they got it wrong, I heard the most applause when they got it wrong, to encourage them to learn it the next time. And then, because they played a couple games there, they probably had an opportunity to try that phrase again or that word again, and they got it. I seen that happen. And so the learning process, and it was really cool. It's a good activity for family fun and stuff, but yeah, it was a good time. We'd like to welcome in a guy that has the honor and privilege of calling me his brother. Wani Cho, how you doing?
Good, how you doing?
We're doing good. We're trying to learn some words, and we already forgot the word, Ben. See, this is a marketing thing. We have to say it 7 times in order to retain it, right? And she told us, you're welcome. How do you remember it?
I remember Kewajani.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Kewajani.
Yeah, we're just recapping the baseball, language baseball. It turned out really good. Congratulations to the winners. There were 3 teams, so everybody got an opportunity to get some money, and what a cool time. But the big thing too is you guys fed, you guys had drinks, and it was good. Friday night.
Crowd.
You tried it this time. You played under the lights, and that added a different element, especially when they were walking up to the baseball plate and stuff. We're playing some music and stuff. It was a good time.
Yeah.
But harvest celebration, is there anything that you want to make mention?
No, I think you guys went over the details. I'm sorry I'm late, but I had a company come by the office there. But the details there, it is a good tradition that we have. And again, looking at the green corn dance, historically, they talk about that dance occurring. There's a whole stories that go with that. Even the song, individual songs have different meanings. And the other day, I just happened to talk to my deputy, and one song just came to mind as we were talking about this too. Is that there's one song in particular that it goes, Wahana sikana susikire no, Wahana susikire no. And it's talking about, Wahana is talking about the crows. Mm-hmm. And then suk is talking about ankles, and suksik is talking about they're real skinny.
Oh, okay.
So they have really skinny ankles. It's talking about those crows, and that's why they make scarecrows, is because they're the enemy of our corn. You know what I mean? They take that's why they make scarecrows. So that's one thing there. They talk about when the also like some of the birds come back and stuff. So it kind of tells that whole story of the journey of, and even how we stand when we even rotate. or excuse me, when we stand there in line during those stand-up songs, we're swaying like the corn. So even the whole dance, and then in our language we call it Rawanu, I think it's called. Rawanu Washi. And that's the name of it. It's called. So it goes back, and they talk about even in the spring, why it's called green corn. And, there's some things that occur there in the spring before we plant and everything, and then we get back into the conclusion of our harvest. And then again, historically, I don't know if it was shared here or not, but historically they talk about some of our non-native relatives will come approach some of the natives about do that dance because it would rain, and stuff. So that dance is so powerful that it would bring rain and
Right.
stuff. So they often would tell some of the natives to do that rain, quote unquote, rain dance. But so that kind of tells how strong our dances are, and then there's certain protocols that that each dancer follows, things like that and stuff. So, but it's going to be a good evening. And, we decided to move indoors because it's may be cold and stuff for some of our elders. But yeah, so looks like to be a good. We have corn soup, so that's always good.
Yes.
It's one of Bethany's probably favorites, right?
Yes.
So we'll have that.
Did you have an opportunity to attend the harvest celebration before?
A previous year when we helped live stream it, I want to say that was
What did you think?
2 years ago. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I enjoy the harvest, and I used to dance when I was younger, and I used
Yeah.
to really look forward to it every year. And doing the green corn dance, I think that was probably the highlight for me. So
Yeah, there's a lot of people too like why are you guys giving all that food away and all this and that? But we have to give thanks, and that's the whole mission behind that. And she was telling us who the head staff is, and we were talking about trying to learn and challenge ourselves just to learn a word a day or something in here in the office. So we're trying that. We learned Jagu, which means what, and then what was the other ones?
Jagu Hishe. Is that what you said?
Hishe?
Hishe, yeah.
Jagu Hushe.
What did
Jagu
you say?
Hishe. And then Jagu Hashja.
Right.
There you go.
So we're still, we got to keep saying it. Again, there was some words I was trying to retain and stuff, but they're just like, oh man, they just go out my brain here and stuff. The young ones did better at that baseball because they remembered it. You know what I mean? They said it and everything. They got to see it on the little what was it, the language guide that they had. And it was really cool. But nonetheless, harvest celebrations going to take place this Friday. Also on Friday, we have a game, right? A football game. So after the football game, you guys save your appetites and stuff and then come down to the harvest celebration and join the Winnebago community down at the Blackhawk Community Center and stuff too. I know that, you did, we want to recap. The Winnebago Indian News came out and you put in a nice kind of detailed update. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Okay. Well, no, it's kind of self-explanatory, I guess, given if you read it, it gives a lot of details, and there's a lot more, I didn't want to take up the whole paper, but it is a good, lengthy article and stuff, so, but it's just clarifying some questions maybe the community may have, or even just to provide updates of what we're working on, what we're doing, and then what we're trying to do and implement, and then what we're at now, and then looking at even historically some of the things that maybe we have struggles with and we're trying to overcome. One of our things is limited speakers and limited teachers to teach the language, so we're trying to develop that as fast as we can, but learning a language takes time. It's a long-term goal to do. It's not overnight and stuff, so we're trying to do that, retain, all of our apprentices, all our teachers and all of that, and continue on in that good way. So providing about our curriculum, providing about our activities, providing about our upcoming classes we're going to have, and then also, a lot more in detail there with the article. So
Yeah, and you even talk about for some people they really appreciate the assessment levels. Me myself, I'm just kind of like a goal, just get it done, whatever and stuff. But that's very important as far as you show the diagram in here. So if you have an opportunity, it is posted on the Winnebago Tribe's website. It is also going to be in your mailbox for those that are subscribed to the Winnebago in the News. And thank you for taking time out to give the updaters, especially the readership, as we continue on with a lot of good things that are taking place for Ho Chunk Renaissance. They say that the language is here. There's and I'm I'm not going to say like I know all the language or anything like that, because I need to do a better job of taking time out of my day. Working for the tribe, you get 30 minutes to do a cultural, I believe it's a cultural activity and stuff, and maybe we'll just call you guys, and I wouldn't mind playing Ho Chunk baseball as a team. Maybe we can challenge a department and stuff, you know, and play during the lunch hour and stuff, see if we can get a game in, just to see where we're at and stuff, and we'll live stream that with your glasses.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think that's important too, is to know that is the department is there. That's what the department was made for, is to be that resource for the tribe. So the doors are always open, despite, I mean, well, we have to go have a locked door because we have no receptionist, but it's always, we're always there, I should say.
Nice.
But we're always available. We have our resources posted, and then trying to be more active in the community with a lot of events. Like we have almost like 3 a month, you know, and some programs only have maybe 1 every quarter. So we're really, hyperactive with trying to get the language, get, our cultural heritage, strengthen that, and also to strengthen our language. That goes, hand in hand. So I encourage anyone that's looking for resources or knowledge, that's what it's there for, the program. There's also the museum also has resources. But also furthermore is to get active, get involved, because it's all up to all of us, to preserve our tribal language and stuff. So so if anyone has any questions, come on by. If anyone wants to know what we're working on, come on by, and we'll be gladly to show you around and then show you some of the things that we're working on. So
Very nice. Alrighty. So I'm going to take off a couple of hats, the communications hat, and then also I'm going to take his director hat off, and we're going to put
your birthday hat on.
Pull it from under the table.
Hold up now. But as far as, Blue is my brother and everything too. And I know that there's been a couple times where we had to DJ on my birthday and stuff. One is, remember we DJ'd for La Pointe, and same time as birthday, Liz Bear, she hired us, and her sons, they share the same day as me and stuff. So I want to send a happy birthday to them and everything too. But in my 44 years, there's a couple things that you want to make mention, is that they say surround yourself with good people, and it'll make you better. And surround yourself with people that are, how do you say it, that have more accomplishments than you, because it just makes you shine and stuff. So I am blessed to have him as a brother because of that reason and stuff. There's this guy, musical talent, everything too. So as my birthday, just a reflection of, I only got 44 years under my belt and stuff. It's been a blessing to have him. A lot of times we have our business, or we have our DJs, or we have our little adventures, with many moccasins and everything too. But I just want to appreciate you coming on over. I want to say that I'm, again, blessed to have you as my brother and stuff, and to be on the show. He helped me out. We did my dad's, Curtis St.
Yep.
Cyrs Big
Hour.
Hour. Yeah, and when he had his heavenly birthday, and we shared the music, so he came in, we shared some stories and stuff. It was hard to get through, but we made it through, and I think we did him pretty proud and stuff. But I just want to make mention of that.
that gospel one is really tough. But yeah.
It was like, oh my goodness. Anyways, we powered through it, and we got through it. And if you have an opportunity, it is posted on our Facebook page, and you'll notice that I did think that they took down one of those songs because it was it might have been the indigenous song or something like that, copyright on Facebook or whatever and stuff. But nonetheless, we'll do some replays and stuff. Anyways, I just want to make mention, Ho Chunk Renaissance. I know you guys are going to be busy planning, organizing, and everything too. So you guys have a good rest of your day, and thank you. And as we say, what's our
Haizo.
Haizo. Haizo une.
Yes. Haizo.
All right.
Haizo.
That means take it easy.
Yes.
Or take care. All right.
It's going to be my go-to.
I was gonna request them to sing me "Happy Birthday" in Ho Chunk, but I didn't think.
No, I thought that's what we were doing. I just thought me and Kev, if you hear me, Kev, we gotta do it. Thought we was telepathically communicating.
Yesterday, Brian invited us on over to his. They had what they call staff development, and my sis Cassie Kitchian, she did a presentation to them, and she talked about historical trauma and the things, and it made sense. I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting and stuff. Physical resources, but physical resources might be our largest department if it's up there. Human services has a large department, educare as well. But I took in a lot, and she made mention of some things, that we go through historical trauma, boarding school era, all this stuff, where we were stripped of our culture and everything. But she made mention, and one of the things that I was sitting there listening, and then I started to kind of perk up. But she said, she talked about compassion and what that means to us. She said that a lot of times, we're taught not to show compassion. When we're young and stuff, it's like if you fall, then, you get your reaction and stuff. But when you come into like the high school and college and then the young adult year, if you fall, what do we say? And she said, oh, buh. You remember that, And I was just like, wow, that does. So somewhere along the way, we lost that, but we go to that gravitate of not being as compassionate to one another. Mm-hmm. So if I stutter, or if I say something wrong, or if I say a cuss word over the radio or something like that, a lot of people are going to be like, did you hear what Garan said? Oh, buh, and that just resonated with me, because September is Suicide Awareness Prevention Month. And they had that mental health fair last Wednesday. Wanted to talk to you about that. Is that I thought that was really cool that all the booths came together and stuff. But when we make mention of that, and so I'm gonna do a better job as we start my 44th year here as in this planet and on Mother Earth. I was thinking about that, and I was like, man, I see what she's saying, like somebody falls in the ice and it looks funny and all this, and we go, oh, but we need to flip that.
Yeah.
I need to do a better job of that, I think, So, yeah, it was pretty interesting. I just wanted to share kind of what I learned from that staff development and stuff. But nonetheless, I don't know if you have any thoughts on that.
Yeah, no, I wanted to go as well, but I was about to hitchhike over. No. But I really would love to sit down and hear that presentation by Cassie. I know that when she did it with the human services as well, we had some programming that was conflicting with the schedule, so I just haven't been able to, but I really want to sit down and listen to the presentation itself, because I think it was a discussion we were having, and it was just a comment that was made of like the historical trauma that's already like inherited in our DNA.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Yeah, just the thought of that alone, it just like stuck with me, and then it just makes me think, because you see it a lot, and I'm not just trying to, I don't know, put a spotlight on anyone in specific, but just in general, you see it a lot where, especially if you have like a good sense of understanding, or if you're able to kind of like empathize with others, you kind of look at it like, maybe they didn't know better, or they just weren't, I don't know, like exposed to certain resources or different ways or methods to like cope with things, or just a lot of different stuff, and a lot of it's like passed down, and then you kind of look back on like, well, how were they raised, and then how were they raised, and it just and then there's all that kind of stuff that comes in, and so just being able to understand that, and that there is information out there that can help you understand.
Right.
Good
words there, Bethany. As when you say it, they say like the teacher is the biggest learner, because once you're teaching it, you figure it out. So as I make mention of what I learned yesterday, she also mentioned about like the crabs in the bucket mentality, that we see somebody doing good, and how often do we say like, geez, must be nice, or carried away, or something like that, and it's just that we have a missing element. So we need to learn about it, and it's not by our, how do you say it? The other opposite way. It was by design. They took our culture. Before that, we were a certain way, and we did things for each other. We helped each other, all this and that. Then the boarding schools come along. So you have this whole generation that was stripped of their culture, cut their hair. They have the orange, why they wear orange, that story behind it,
They're forced to do things that, they didn't want to do or they didn't know how to do. Or
Right. I mean, just away from your motherly, your fatherly love, your family love. And then you come back and there's something missing. Maybe something happened to that person at boarding school that caused them to self-medicate. And then you introduce all those things, alcoholism, drugs, poverty, and it just cycles and stuff. So if we can address it, and if we can think about it, and I know there's more people that are more expert than me. Again, that's what we're probably trying to do here is bring those people to hear our voice, because we want to learn about it so that we can recycle that and teach other people so that we can elevate as a nation, as a tribe, as an individual. I know I want to be better for this year. In 44 years of existence, I just, I'm not a saint by any means and stuff, but I think that I try to keep an open mind. And there's just a couple things that really kind of like, oh, that does make sense. And so if I catch myself like, geez, must be nice, and be like, whoa, hold up, let's be proud, let's applaud that person.
Yes.
Instead of trying to be the crabs in the back. What do they call
I said it backwards. I do that all the time.
Let's have those crabs escape. Nah.
Yes, let them out.
But nonetheless, so what's happening tonight?
So there is a water quality event, and I wanted to bring that forward to you all so you can hear more about this. But the Winnebago Environmental Protection Department is going to be having a Water Quality Tribal Community Forum. And so starting at 5 p.m., this is going to be at the Environmental Protection Department building. And they have a forum where they want you to hear from the tribal community where it comes to the quality and future of our sacred and cultural waterways. You can join in this family-centered event where they will hear from the Water Clan and gather your valuable input to help protect and restore our water. It's like I should just read it verbatim. I was trying to formalize it different. Yeah. But Native Youth Coloring Contest will be taking place as well. A light meal will be provided. And so you can also follow them. They have their own Facebook page as well. And so they have a lot of information on there. But it's going to be talking about some of those waterways, and I think just providing a lot of information, and because water is sacred and we should be having these kind of events and talking about these kind of things.
It's an opportunity. There's a lot of people that be like, hey, they should be doing this, they should be doing that and stuff. Well, this is the opportunity to be like, we're gonna write this down because we should be doing this and stuff. But if you have an opportunity, take time out. And then again, if you can't make it, it is going to be at the EPD building on the downstairs portion and stuff. For those that are need like a handicap ramp, park in the back, just so you know and stuff, because there's no elevator in that EPD building, and there's a flight of steps. So just wanted to make that kind of public service announcement. But I do believe, Bethany, if you can bring that up on the screen, go to the environment. They did an updated page. They have some more logos and some more detailed information and stuff. There it is right there. And they have this beautiful design. Shout out to Trisha and Anna, the crew over there at EPD. Winnebago's joined on. I mean, they see how important this is, and there's some other entities that helped out. So there you have it. I think you have it up on screen, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So there's a Native Youth Coloring Contest. I tell you what, man, we were talking with Brian the other day, and do you remember that the Waobi, the art contest that used to take place down at the Blackhawk Center?
I do. We used to walk through the little alleyway between to go and look around, and I remember.
So we have that fostered a lot of talent and stuff. Yeah. I remember getting some ribbons. That was really cool. And then I remember for some reason, I must have been a young kid, but I got a 50-cent piece. One of those real big coins.
Oh, yep.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
I remember those, though.
We should do a story on it.
Yes.
Who organized that and who judged, or, how that came out. Shout out to my art teacher, Mr. Mehdi. I think
that was my art teacher as well.
Yes, man. We really fostered that and stuff. But nonetheless, there any can't make it, take on the online survey. That's one of the important things. Is the online surveys. There's a QR code there. What else do we got?
Well, and then also just to contact them, or if you want more information, you can always give them a call. Their number is 402-878-4060. And so I know that in this specific post that I'm looking at, there is some of the prizes that they'll have available.
Does that say $100 dinner credit?
Yes.
What? Cool. To Winnebago. Hey, Winnebago's got some good stuff coming up. They got Josh Turner. And just so you know, it's on the back of the Winnebago Indian news and stuff. But if I was to karaoke, and you're not going to get me to karaoke because I never did it before. But man, he has a really cool voice. Like it was like, he's like the Barry White of country. You got to check out his voice. He has a song that's called Why You Don't We Just Dance. And his voice is like crazy, you know, but check it out now. I wouldn't mind going to that show. There's another one too. If you're all those country fans out there, John Party's going to be on September 27th.
Ooh.
He's going to be down in Council Bluffs and stuff. But yeah, man, I think that would be really cool. Check this out. We got an art set for the water quality forum that's taking place. You don't say water in Ho Chunk?
It is.
It's right there, isn't it?
It is. It's like knee. Yeah,
Is it?
I think.
Yeah. Then there's some gifts here from Palmer's Candy, Twin Bings, which by the way are up there in my top 3 candy bars.
Really?
Yeah. I think I'll have to go with Reese's with number 1.
Oh yes, I love Reese's.
Twin Bing for number 2, and then I like what those. What's that yellow one? Oh man.
Mr. Goodbar.
Yes. Man, how about you?
Well, Mr. Goodbar is one of mine too, but Reese's is number 1. Mr. Goodbar is number 2. Snickers.
You got the Snickers?
Yeah.
All right, cool. You need a Snickers today? Is that
do.
what their
But then we got
nonetheless.
our background music. 'Cause
Okay, all right. So we've been talking to a couple people too. I know that Janelle Whipple from the NICC, she made mention she wants to come on up here. They got some good programs. We're gonna boast anything about education. Little Priest.
Yes.
They made headlines on the
did.
Winnebago Indian News. What'd they do?
So they set a new record. They had increased their student enrollment for the fall semester.
Wow.
And it was actually a 15.2% increase from the spring semester.
Wow. That is awesome. Is it still free?
It is still free tuition.
Take advantage of that, guys, because that's not going to be around forever. And if you have an opportunity, if you know anybody, they call them non-traditional students and stuff. If you just want to go back, get a refresher. I know they even offer like Ho Chunk language. But if you know anybody that wants to get kind of a refresher on maybe how to work with Microsoft, Excel, anything like that, check out Little Priest. They're doing some good things, setting a new record for the fall to 2025. So congratulations to Little Priest, doing some good stuff.
They also have that carpentry program and their CNA program, which are both full for the semester. But they have that extension learning program as well. That's what you're referencing with all the different classes that they offer and stuff.
Community education.
Yes,
yeah.
community education. But I was looking at the comments, so not to steer the discussion away from the win, but someone did reach out and they said that it was Sydney Bird, so Chashka Scott Inga on Facebook.
That's Maria Scott.
Maria Scott. She said Sydney Bird and her mom did the art contest.
Oh.
Mary Painter might remember how they set it up, and Nake Bird too.
Good lead. Thank you. And she also challenged our department to Pinaga, and challenge accepted. During the pandemic, just to give you a background story, during the pandemic, we were on a mission to learn that game. It's kind of because we know how to play Moccasin game, we know how to play Kansu, but Pinaga. So we asked, and everybody was like, "No, man." We even went up to Wisconsin. We got a recording of it, and we brought it back, and we used to play up there at Angel Decor Museum as Marie. Blue, Sunshine, and we would just learn. And then if we got stuck, we're like, hey, what is this? And we used to bet. We would bet lunch. And I want to say, Maria, that I think she still has to pay up, but I'm just kidding. Nonetheless, let's talk about tribal elections. What do we got?
So we have the top 6 that advanced, and the general elections will be on October 7th, Tuesday, October 7th, 2025. It'll be 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. At the Blackhawk Community Center gym. I do know that the Winnebago tribe will be closed that day as well.
Yes.
For general elections. And so the top 6 candidates for this year going into the general election, we have Tanya Baker, Trey Blackhawk, Coley Brown, Irita Frazier, Darla LaPointe, and Keely Purcell.
There's a Little Priest is having a forum tomorrow. Do you know about that?
The candidates forum?
Yeah, Alex Walker sent that to us,
She
and
did, yeah.
I think asked you guys to share that and stuff. Can you give me the details on that? It's posted on the Winnebago Tribe's Facebook page if you can bring that up, but it's going to be at noon. Sometimes in the past, I think when Cassie used to hold it, she used to be the instructor, the professor up there, and then she changed down to the behavioral health department. But they used to have it in the evenings and stuff. Tomorrow, there's a lunch served, and it's going to be hosted at what time?
It'll be at 12 to 2 p.m. And this will be at the auditorium at Little Priest Tribal College. And so, as you were mentioning, it's hosted by the Contemporary Native American Issues course under Native American Studies at Little Priest. And so lunch will be provided. Any questions, you can contact Alexandria Walker at 402-878-2380, extension 167. But sometimes when you call up there, like say you didn't, I don't know, press the extension in fast enough, usually the receptionist will direct you to the person that you're trying to get in touch with.
Yeah. So if you want to hear them, good luck to all the candidates. There's 6 of them new this year, and you covered this and you referenced the actual code, but there's no write-ins for general election.
Yes.
That was one of the changes. There was 3 changes. One was that it was from $50 to $75. They upped it to $75 if you want to put your name in a hat, or 75 signatures. The other one too is they added that element of if you were convicted in any of the major crimes acts that you were excluded from putting your name in the hat. So we got past that basically. But now I just think that there's going to be some people that are going to go to and like, hey, where's the write-in tab? And just so you share, if you guys can help us out, share that there's no write-ins for that. But the top 3 will earn a 3-year seat. We want to say thank you to Kenny Mallory. He didn't put his name in a hat. He also he wrote a
Farewell to Arms article.
farewell, and then he put it in the Winnebago on the news, and so that was pretty interesting. And then I think one of his relatives also kind of in this issue.
Yeah, like a tribute article submission, and it was Alexander Mallory.
Did a lot of good things for the tribe, Kenny, and he shook my hand that day. He delivered his letter, and it's kind of made mention of that. And he always supported the things that we did as communications and everything too. So I want to say thank you to the Mallory family and Kenny for many, many years. I just seen a documentary that was produced when he was chairman, and it was about the powwow. And I want to say Elaine Rice, she had a help in that as far as in the credits. I was looking through the credits and stuff, and then they had a lower third and it said Kenny Mallory, chairman of the Winnebago tribe. So a lot of positions and a lot of years sitting at that table, a lot of decisions and stuff too. So I just wanted to make mention of that, as I know there's going to be a new council member that's going to be sitting at that table in 3 years too. You know, my father, Curtis, he sat at that table, and, you know, anybody that steps up to the plate to serve the tribe, you know, there's a lot of respect for that. And the current council, I just want to say thank you. Yesterday, I wanted to make mention that on my Facebook page, I posted, if you have an opportunity, tune in to, what's it?
Baby Bison Beats.
Yeah, no, but what's his name?
Oh, Cave Boss.
Cave Boss.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he debuted his episode. He's been working hard behind the scenes, and you just don't, you know, flip these on and then off you go. He had to get his playlist. He had to get all this stuff, get the training on the equalizers and where to sit and what to say, all this stuff. And then the marketing promotion part of it and stuff, man. I was pretty proud. And I'm biased and stuff, but he played Stevie Ray Vaughan. So hey, you know, you got a fan, bro. You know what I mean? And she's still in high school.
Yep.
So when we're talking about the council, they gave us the opportunity to help out with the Big Voice, this current council and stuff, and they put money behind it, and they didn't see like, wow, dang, this is just a resource that we don't need right now and stuff. But we got language episodes. We got this young man that maybe it's his dream to have a radio, to have people hear his talent of guitar playing and stuff, and they allowed that to happen, man. And so just yesterday, I was like, wow, I'm full of pride. I mean, it's really, really cool. And the work that you do with him, you know, just to let you know that it's very admirable. That's something that he's always going to remember. I got my start when DJ Bethani taught me how to do this, and, you know, the communications department helped me out, whatever it may be. So what I'm trying to say is, when these guys become millionaires, don't forget about the Big Voice.
You hear that, Cave Boss?
Yes.
I want to add, he actually very much amazed me. He was very knowledgeable in a lot of that already, in the equalizer, like levels and just terms that we use and things like that. So just working with him, it's really awesome. And I'm glad that, you know, he has been able to include a few of his own tracks in each of his episodes. So yesterday was his episode 2 for his new season of season 6. And he'll be on Mondays at 7 p.m. So make sure you guys check him out. Previously, he says it in the episode, because I was like, you got to make mention. You got to remind them, you know, let them know, like, it's not on Thursdays. He's like, it's not on Thursdays no more. It's on Mondays. But it's just like, so just being you and not, you know, conforming to the script in front of you, you kind of personalize it a little bit. I like seeing that. So it's like, it's not on Thursdays no more.
Yep. All right, folks, we got couple more things to get through, and then we're going to get off the airwaves here today. Is that we had the question of the issue. September 13th is Positive Thinking Day. What positive quote do you live by? And so I said YOLO. and then, you know, everybody's commenting now and stuff like that. It says, you live every day, but you only die once. I don't know. But YOLO stands for you only live once, right?
Yes.
And I did some, you know, research on it, and I was like, wow, what does that mean, and all this and that and stuff. But there was Drake, there's a philosopher.
I think they call him Aubrey.
Anyways, he made it famous in one of his songs. What was it? The Motto. The 2011 song, The Motto. And there's also a Latin phrase that means carpe diem, or something like that. I don't know.
Carpe diem.
yeah. Which means seize the day. Seize the day, folks. All right. So that was mine. What was yours?
So mine was hold on. Let me get close.
No.
Start each day with a positive thought and a grateful heart.
Start each day with a positive thought. Okay. So there's science behind this.
Yes.
There is science behind this. You start the day. Well, when you're coming out of your sleep, all right, and you wake up, there's a certain chemical that's in your brain, all right, and you need to harness it, because anxiety, if you ever notice, you're like, oh my goodness, I got this to do, and all this and that. If you flip that and you start with a positive thought, it will help you out. Seriously, like, try it, guys. So a positive thought and a grateful heart.
Yeah, Roy T. Bennett. And so I just said that I believe feeding your mind, heart, and soul with positivity can uplift even the heaviest of days. Expressing gratitude releases neurotransmitters in the brain like dopamine and serotonin, which brings that feeling of happiness. It is a good, simple reminder. And then, of course, we are the win. So gratitude and positivity for the win.
Yeah. The joke of the day.
Yes. I have it on my desk, so
Yeah.
let me go grab that.
I got a couple of things to announce here, too. There's a Ho Chunk Renaissance new season. It's the Ho Chunk Cultural Hour, 1 to 3 p.m. The Ho Chunk Renaissance Department returns with the all-new season on the Big Voice Radio with 2 hours of language-focused episodes. I really love these episodes. Not only are they teaching you some things, but they'll tell a story. They'll put some music in there, and usually it's like a Ho Chunk song, and it sounds really good and stuff. But new episodes every Tuesday. So shout out to the media production crew over there at Ho Chunk Renaissance that did a wonderful job of that. And then also in Hakawe, page 6, we have the introduction of Cave Boss. So you get to kind of see who that is, but make sure you check out the Winnebago on the News for that. But today's joke of the day.
All right, these jokes of the day were brought to you by Laffy Taffy, presented by Jordana Bass.
Okay.
I stole these from her Snapchat.
Oh.
So hopefully she sees this. I told her, I was like, I'm writing that down. She was like, LMAO. How do I say that? She said LMAO. But okay. How does the moon cut its hair?
The moon? How?
Eclipse it. I got one
I'm
more.
going to tell my son that one for sure.
How much does a chimney cost?
How much does a chimney cost? Chimney. Let me see here. I don't know.
Nothing. It's on the house. Thanks, Dila.
That's awesome, man. All right.
She got him off the Laffy Taffy
Did
pack.
she really? I love it.
But Maria said she does owe you lunch. And then Cisco said carpe carp. Size the carp.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Carp.
Carp.
Seize the day, guys.
But you also got a lot of happy birthday love. So we got Eebs. He said happy birthday, Garan. Shout out to Tara Lou. She said happy birthday, Garan.
Class of 99. Let's go.
Christina Yellowbank, happy birthday.
Shout out.
And then
Yeah.
Maria said happy birthday.
Cool. Awesome. Well, thank you guys for the love and stuff. As we get today's rant. You have one?
Yes, I do.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, so
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm to the point where I either gotta buy a little like deadbolt lock,
Uh-huh.
or I need to pin it to the wall, like nail it completely to the wall, or something. But these chargers, I don't know how they be like growing legs.
Yes.
They just-
Yes.
They're just gone one day.
Preach.
Never see them again.
I tell you what, man.
I'm like,
You ever see that movie Monsters or something like that? Is it Little Monsters?
was
or
it under
something?
the bed?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
Yep.
explains it. Does it not?
it does.
Does it not? I mean, crazy.
But
Yeah.
that's my rant is, where do these chargers go? They must.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, I got one for you. My rant of the day is, I'm gonna get canceled on this one, man. I'm sorry as we approach October, the month of October, but scary movies. Scary movies, man. What do you guys, why are you guys making them? Don't make them. They scare the heck out of me, man. Okay, so what is the Conjuring, or is that what's the latest one?
Yeah, yeah.
Man, you guys knock it off. That's my rant. I mean, because
Jeez, with that new Conjuring movie, not to interrupt, but I seen a thing talking about it where they're like, the Conjuring: The Last Rites, that there was a priest that was, I don't know, blessing people like as they left the movie or something. I don't know. It's probably just clickbait, but
yeah, well, that one's based on the true story. I
Yeah.
mean, there was the couple that was actually no. The messed up thing about it is the old lady and Callie are starting to get their routine down. She knows if we cook popcorn, she wants a scary movie on. You know what I mean? I'm like, wait. Hold. No, you're scaring the heck out of me. Then I have to put a cartoon on before I fall asleep and stuff like that. I mean, it's this. We live in an old house too, so I'm looking up in the corners and looking for those. Knock it off. Knock it off. But yeah, that was so your rant of the day is lost chargers.
chargers
My-
wandering off.
My rant of the day is scary movies. But nonetheless, here we're gonna get off the air, folks. Last thoughts, DJ Bethany.
So I wanted to put on the radar, we mentioned a few of the events. So tomorrow for Wednesday, there's that drive-in movie, Lilo and Stitch.
Yep.
Winnebago YCIC, the Youth Crisis Intervention Center, hosting at the big screen at 5. And then also the Dream to Achieve Higher Learning Informational Family Night with the was it Educational Pathways to Student Success?
Yeah, Sherry L, Sloman, Amy LaPointe, Houghton, and the crew there. They do a wonderful job. They also help out with their apprenticeship program and
Yes.
stuff, you know. So Amy is the head of the education department. Thank you for the invitation. We're going to send some crew members out. We're scattered all over the place. I have to do a show over in Brule. Brule is going to be over at Wayne State College and get to visit Onipa, and kind of excited for that. So me and Mimi and Onipa are going to perform tomorrow night, 7:30. Tickets are free if you guys have an opportunity. Come on over, but there's a whole slew of things happening tomorrow night, including that banquet for the high school seniors and their parents.
Yep.
That's going to be at the Marriott, and that's what you were talking about. What is it called? The informational
It was it had like a really long name.
Education to Pathways Student Success event tomorrow night.
It's a Dream to Achieve Higher Learning Informational Family Night.
Yeah, and then the Winnebago Public Schools having a mental health presentation in the evening in the theater. That's tomorrow. The Tribal Council Forum is going to be taking place during the day. That's tomorrow.
12 to 2.
And then one of the most important things that I make sure I announce this tomorrow is our 14th wedding anniversary.
Happy early anniversary.
Yeah, so I mean, if I don't announce that one, then but yeah, no plans just because 14th. Maybe we'll do big for the 15th. I don't know. We did it big for the 10th. Anyways, so I said, here's the story. I'm not getting married until I turn 30. So she waited one day until I was 30, and then the next day we got married. It was pretty cool. But yeah, happy wedding anniversary to Ashley Coons and my significant other. So birthday shout outs for myself. I don't, those are really cool as far as the accolades and everything. But I just want to say, turn it around and stuff. They say surround yourself with good people that are smarter than you, people that are more talented than you. And I do that. And for that reason, you're yourself. I probably spend more time with you than my own kids and stuff because we're working so hard on behind the scenes and doing all this stuff. So appreciate you. I want to say thank you to my mother, my Ina Teresa. She is the one that gave me life. She brought us some cake and some presents earlier today. And I think we're going to share that as the staff. So I want to say thank you to her. I want to say thank you to my brothers and sister. My sister's down in Lincoln. I got my brothers Gentry and Lewis. My kids, they are the ones that guide me through life and everything too. And I learn from them just as much as they teach me about patience and everything. And then all my friends and family, and then everybody that supported the communications and encourage us to do a lot of good things. And there's people that kind of get mad at us or whatever and stuff, but I see that as encouragement because we want to do our best. If they didn't say anything or if they didn't give us any suggestions and stuff, it'd be like, oh, it's this whole hum or whatever. We want to do our best production. So that's why we're always kind of behind the scenes trying different things. And we just want to produce the best live stream. We want to produce the best Winnebago in the news, the best big voice radio shows out there and stuff. And we strive to do that every day. The website, everything too. So thank you guys. Let's get this 44th year started, guys.
Heck yes.
Yeah, for sure. So thank you guys. You guys be safe out there. Good luck to all the teams, the volleyball teams. We're very proud of you, man. I have a chance to call them. The football teams, I don't think nobody scored on them, so they're doing a wonderful job. We're looking forward to covering those games. And then also all these events. So the staff, as we come down to end of fiscal year 2025 and get ready for fiscal year 2026, all the dancers, everybody in the Winnebago community and stuff, man, we're doing some great things here. And it's been one heck of a ride so far. So let's keep it rolling.
Definitely.
We're rolling full force. You guys have a good rest of your day. Let's, how do we say it?
Hi, Zo.
Hi, Zo, guys.